Saturday morning edition of Coffee with Carrie. Thank you for joining me. Let's talk about strategy of a top producing agent. How are you? Are you up this Saturday morning? Good morning. Good morning. How is everyone doing? How's it going? Grab your coffee. Let's see. Grab your notebook. Again, I'm not telling you to go get this, but this is my journal. I almost need to say we should be talking about what is your why in real estate, because real estate is really different. And I don't know, maybe I'm just not doing a good job of explaining to everyone that real estate is really different here today. It's different than it was in 2008. It's different than it was in 2001. It's different than it was in 2013. And nobody could have predicted COVID. So again, good morning. Grab your coffee, grab a notebook. You're going to need a pen because this is going to be fireside chat because I have a class at 10 a.m. for Midwest real estate data here in Illinois. If you don't get my emails, just go to training.mredllc.com or MRED's website, Mr. Ed, and come see me at 10 a.m. So yeah, grab a notebook. Let me know, where are you watching from? Where are we at? I've got my notes, lots of notes, but I'm charging my iPad at the same time. So there you have it. I am live over on YouTube as well. I've been trying to do both, trying to figure out if this is going to work, if I could do both. So good morning. Hey, Dee. Got an idea for you. I've been thinking, but I do have an idea. I just need a minute to sit down somewhere. And I was a little under the weather and I slept all day on Tuesday. So I'm playing catch up. Again, for those of you that are just joining me, on October 23rd, I am going to be teaching a free webinar. I like to call them my power hours. And so I'm going to be teaching a class on It's the Final Countdown. And we're going to talk about ending the year strong. I'm going to give you access to the membership that day. And that day, I'm just going to tell you, there's going to be a special for those of you that aren't already in the membership. If you're in the membership and you got that special rate, that's not coming back. So I'm here to tell you, you're going to want to make sure that you register. I'm going to go see if the link is in my bio. I'm going to look now. So again, grab your notebook. I'm doing the most at the moment. Good morning. How you doing? How's life? How's life been treating you? If you're a Caremark agent, I sent an email. Who needs a coaching call? I see some of you popping in. Some of you, I need to see you. I need to see you back in person. You know who you are. All of you, like you know who you are. So I'm going to grab this page. I'm going to add it to my link tree. I'm just going to make sure it's there. Nope, it's not here. So here we go. So if you haven't signed up for the webinar, you should sign up. All of my agents, if you didn't get the link or the email, let me know. But anybody can sign up because it'll be in my bio, like now. Here it comes. I'll put it in my story after the MRED class. But this is the class, the final countdown. Sign up now. It's the final countdown. So clearly I was working on my notes for today. And this is October 23rd in the evening at 6 p.m. Central Time. You have no excuse. You can join me. All right. So whether you are on YouTube or on Instagram, grab your notebook. Strategy of a top producer. Now I'm hot. I thought I could do this, but I'm hot. So anyway, so stop doing this. You got a notebook? Because this is going to be quick because I got to be done by like 9:50. Stop thinking that deals will just come to you. It doesn't matter if you're dual career or full-time, you need a strategy. You have to work in real estate to seal a deal, get a new client, and a new transaction. I mean, you got to work. It is what it is. We're going to talk strategies of a top producer, and top producer might feel, it might be different for all of you. And we'll talk about that in a second. The reality of real estate is that we are all competing for the new transaction, and the top producing agent has figured out how to work a schedule better than you. And it's not a competition, because we're our own competition. And if you could get that, and some of you need to put your phones down. I watch. Some of you don't know that I watch, but I watch even our kids, and they think that their phones are not a distraction. But let me tell you, the phone is a distraction. And not only is it a little bit of a distraction, it will stop your day. And my sister, we were having a conversation the other day, and she was like, she had to turn off the TV in the morning so she could get out the door. I turn on the TV and I listen to the news, but here's what happens that you don't realize. Whether it's your phone, whether it's TV, you will stop to watch even when you're cooking dinner. So there you are, all distracted by distraction, even if you don't believe it. And the next generation, they are hooked. They are hooked. They are hooked. They are hooked. I deleted it in Facebook off myself. Ooh, ooh. Now I'm going to tell you, I literally don't just go look. You may think I just sit and look at social media all day, but I don't look all day. When I post, I will go later. I'm not scheduled when it comes to going back to look at my content, but I really do get up and get dressed and get to work. So again, the top producers figured out how to outwork everyone. And you're not in competition with anyone but you. And in order to have a strategy like a top producer, I can't talk today, like a top producer, you have to make a decision to work a schedule or network like nobody's business. You do. I talked about, for those of you in the membership, I talked about the reality of change. When it came to goal setting, we did a goal setting session already in October. And I talked about the reality of real estate. We are closing the same, in Illinois, we're closing the same number of transactions that we did in 2008. Let me say that to the rest of you. We are closing let me say it again for those in the back. We are closing the same number of transactions in the last 12 months than if you compared it to the last 12 months back around 2008. However, inventory is low because we had 75% more properties on the market. And D, I went and looked up your data, and there were so many more properties on the market that it felt easier. But now you have to work harder, smarter. You have to work harder and smarter to get a transaction. And it really serious. I'm going to tell you, some of you, it might feel really hard. And I watched producers in an office on Monday. I could look, I was sitting here and I'm looking that way, and I could see out the door, and literally it was, do I have headphones? I do. There was a guy, I call him the trucker headphones, and he was cold calling until he got a deal. That is what a top producer does. Now, I'm not telling you you have to cold call, but I'm here to tell you that if you want to work like a top producer, you have to work differently. So here's your first step. Are we ready? Here's the fire hose. You can come back and watch the replay, share it with a friend. If you haven't already shared this with a friend, click that little airplane and share it with a few friends. So your first step is to determine what a top producer means to you. What does it mean to you? Is it income, number of transactions? Is it flexibility? How many hours you work or how many transactions you close? If you are dual career, this will be different for you. Now, remember, I told you in my journal, I have like 5 sections. And the first one is, what is your why? Some of you don't have a strong enough why to work like a top producer. And I even tell you, and some of you need to go read Simon Sinek's book, What is Your Why? And I'm asking you, why did you choose to go into real estate? Knowing your why is important. And why should anyone choose to work with you as a real estate agent? And why are you in the business? Because some of you are in the business because you thought it was going to be easy. Some of you are in the business because you're like, oh, this is the best lick, hustle, moneymaker ever. And it's not as easy as some of you think, although I think it could be easier based on your network. So this is not HGTV. Clearly, I use my own notebook. Copy. So a top producing agent gets up, gets dressed. I'm still under step 1, but I have a whole lot more. and works a process to build a business. If you are someone that is all over the place and you think you shouldn't be organized, and I can argue this with anyone, I would even argue this with my sister, is she watching? That you need a system even when you do video content, even when you do video content. You need a system. If not, this is what I watch people that want to be MCs. They get up and they're like, yeah, and they're just rambling and they have no context and they have no they don't know what to talk about because they haven't studied, they haven't researched, they don't know what to talk about because they're just going live. This is the same thing when it comes to real estate. If you don't have a system in place and you're not studying, to show yourself approved, you're not going to be successful. And you could be successful when the market shifts and it's just easy. If you truly want to be successful, you got to get up, get dressed, get out the door, and you have to have a system. And again, the system could be that you got to set a timer. It could be that you are going to work the same time every single day, even if you don't think so. Your second step is to get uncomfortable. You can't be great and comfortable. If you're going to be great, you are going to be uncomfortable. And uncomfortable might mean, for those of you that are dual career, and I'm going to say for some of you it's probably part-time or some of the time, but there's really no such thing as part-time real estate. I'm going to tell you that you are going to have to work the business if you want to get out of the other career. So you have to get uncomfortable with how you work. So second step is you got to get uncomfortable. You can't be great and comfortable. You can be comfortable, but you can't be great. But if you want to be great, you're going to be uncomfortable. Number 3, you got to get up and work like it's nobody's business. Life waits for nobody. Number 3, work in silence. Get to work. You don't have to tell everybody everything. I'm good at telling everybody everything, but you don't have to tell everybody everything. Number 5, if you don't work to build your dream life, I need to slow down for this. If you don't work to build your dream life, someone will hire you to build theirs. Let that soak in. Did that make sense to you? Did anybody get that? Number 5, if you don't work to build your dream life, if you don't work to build your dream life, someone will hire you to build theirs. Give me a hand clap. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a heart. Give me a heart. Did that resonate? Oh, look at that. Looky there. Did it resonate? Did it resonate? You got it. You got it. You got it. And if you have to go back to work, if you have to do the work for someone else, you don't believe in you. Now, I'm not telling you not to have a real job. I'm not telling you to go work for someone else hard while did anybody see the movie The Great Debaters? And the father said to his son, okay, son, tell me again. Dad, no, tell me again. I must do what I have to do in order to do what I want to do. I must do what I have to do in order to do what I want to do. Some people want to just be here when they haven't gone through here. There's steps. You gotta climb the stairs. Number 6, ignore anyone that doesn't want to live the life you want to live. This is Sunday morning church. Preach. Right? If I knew how to hoop and holler, maybe I would, but I don't. Ignore anyone that doesn't want to live the life you want to live. Now, I'm not saying you have to be rude and disrespectful, but there are people that are going to get in your way. Number 7, create the process that works for you. Top producers have a system that works for them. You cannot get distracted by distraction that works for you. You don't have to do what I tell you to do. I can give you systems. I can give you concepts. I can give you ideas, but you ultimately have to sit down and do the work. You ultimately have to sit down and schedule yourself. Number 8, start thinking about how you can niche down. Now, I'm someone, they can say, master of, all, what is it? Master of so many trades. That's me. Jack of all trades, master of none, but often better than a master of one. Often better than a master of one, but that's okay. You don't have to niche down right away. Eventually, you'll figure out what works for you. As a real estate agent, I know that I'm great with first-time home buyers. That is just my niche. I love it. That works for me. Some people, you could tell me you want to do luxury, but do you understand luxury? So I gave you those 8 steps. Now, where can you start? This is going to feel like a fire hose. Number 1, goal setting and planning. If you're in the membership, we did goal setting and planning. The replay is on the membership platform. If you join me October 23rd, you'll have access to all of that. If you are a real estate agent in my office, it's going to be uploaded to our group. Number 2, consistent lead generation. This is what top producers do. This is top producers. So number 1, goal setting and planning. September and October are goal setting and planning months. Number 2, consistent lead generation. Number 3, exceptional client service. Not the next agent, not the next client, but exceptional client service. Number 4, mastery of the market. They have mastered the market. Number 5, time management and efficiency. If you know you are not good at time management, listen, I know I could be all over the place, but give me an hour, give me a focused ADHD hour, and I could probably get more done than many. So you have to know yourself. And I'm not saying you have to stick to a regimented 8 to 5. You could work from 9 to noon and do more than most. So 5 is time management. Number 6 is building a strong brand. Some of you need to go watch my videos on building a brand and understanding a story. That's what you need to do. Thank you, Jennifer. And I'm testing something right now on building a brand. I'll keep you posted. I'm not ready to share it yet because I need to test it. Number 7, ongoing education and adaptability. You got to know when to pivot. Because right now, some of you don't believe me when I tell you real estate is good, but it's not as good as it used to be, because some of you don't realize there are more real estate agents out there than there is inventory. And some of you need to stop thinking that it's only going to come from direct mail marketing and social media. You need to call your sphere of influence. If you don't have one, direct mail marketing and social media and email, we got to build that pipeline for inbound marketing. Number 18, building and nurturing your relationships. Some of you need to go outside. Some of you need to talk to folks. Coffee, anyone? Some of you need to network. If you're someone that likes to go out in the evening and network, go for it. If you're someone that can do the mornings, go network. You need to go meet some new people. Number 9, leveraging technology and data. Number 10, mindset. You are whatsoever you say. As a man thinketh, so is he. Like, is your mind right? If your mind isn't right, some of you need to write down positive confessions, and you need to start saying, I'm a producing agent. Real estate transactions come to me. I follow up on my business. My team is successful. My team shows up. My team is motivated. I'm a giver, right? I'm just telling you, life and death is in the power of the tongue, whether you believe it or not. If you keep walking around here saying it's not working, it's not working, it's not working, it's not working. But if you start saying it is working, I'm going to be successful in real estate, I'm going to work the business, and then you got to actually do the work, right? What do they say? Faith without works is dead. You got to have a positive mindset. And some of you, if somebody tells you, if people don't want to be around you because you're like negative Nelly, you're just negative, like negative. Oh, I can tell you when you just are wearing me out. It is, man, there's some people that can carry a burden. This is where we carry burdens here. We can carry stress. Like, it is, if you are that person, get that happy person to get you together, and if someone's telling you, you got to stop. Take a second. Are you someone where someone can correct you without you being mad? Are you someone that can help you get your life together? Right. Yeah, the motivation from 10 years ago is so different from today. That is the truth, D. And then I told you this already, but 11, specialization in niche marketing. Top producers, if you watch them work, they're not thinking about you. They're not thinking about the competition. They are thinking about the lead for the day. How many of you, if you're a full-time agent, what did you, if you were to go back and look at this week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, what did you do? Tell me in the feed. Own it. Oop, I just didn't need more, Carrie. And it's the holiday season. That's why it's the final countdown is October 23rd. And some of you need to make sure you go to the link in my bio and sign up. Sign up, put on your calendar. It's a free webinar. It's an hour. That's it. That's it. That's all. That's it. That's all. But some of you need to get back with systems and do the work. If you are someone that is not motivated, call me Coach Carrie on Fridays. I'm here to motivate you to get up and get dressed and do the work, although it's Saturday. So let me just give you some lead generation tips. What type of marketing is working in your area? I want you to think about this. Write this down. What type of marketing is working in your area? Some of you need to go look up the cities you work in on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok and see what other agents are doing. Then go look up their numbers in Realtor.com Pro. Are they closing deals? Are they closing deals? What are other agents doing? It doesn't mean you have to rip off and duplicate, but what are they doing and what's working for them? And then how can you become the agent of choice in your neighborhood? And if you don't have any money, you're going to leverage social media like you wouldn't believe. So some of you are telling me what you did. Jennifer said, follow up with my past clients, calling my sphere of influence, and been doing this for the past 19 years. What are you doing? This morning I got up and this is Saturday morning, and I wrote out what I was going to talk to all of you about. I did Mark's marketing because you all know I'm going to have to do it. And we sent out 120 letters to pre-foreclosures. The next one is going to go out to people with a high sell score. And the next one's going to go out to his sphere of influence, reminding him that we exist and asking them to send people our way to learn more about down payment resources. Those are the 3 things that are happening. And then, every week I blog on LinkedIn about my community. And I told you I'm working on something. I'll keep you posted. One of you I'm going to tell it to because I need to test it. Now, so here we go. Here I'm going to give you 4 categories. I already said social media. So in no specific order. I want you to know if you were writing down 4 columns, sphere of influence, seller leads, buyer leads, social media. You can niche down. You don't have to do all of this. I'm just trying to get some of you to think, because some of you need to think. Those of you on YouTube, what are you doing? Are you chatting with me over on YouTube? Let me go check. Let me go see. Are you guys talking to me over on YouTube? Okay. So sphere of influence, email, direct mail, and events. Email, direct mail, and events. And you could invite them to a chat with you on Zoom. You could invite them to a private Facebook group. You could, you've got them in your email. You could actually tell them you're going to go live every week on data or talk about the market. Some of you need to be doing this. And I know I make it sound easy. Even going live on social media for me, it's on my calendar. It's happening unless I'm teaching. Like I taught Friday at an office, so I'm here on Saturday. So what are you doing? What are you doing to connect with your sphere of influence every single month? Again, if you don't have the bandwidth to spend money every single month, you can mail once a year. You can mail every 6 months. You could mail every quarter. You could mail every month. You could mail every other month. Pick something. You need to be reaching your sphere of influence. And let me tell you, if you're new, let me tell you what I need you to do today. If you are new, I need you to text 3 of your, I'm going to tell you a strategy that someone said to me. Hey, if you're here, I'm not going to say what city you're in. I want you to go find 5 of your friends that rent. I want you to reach out to your friends and say, hey, I'm doing some research on rentals. And can you tell me what is your address and how much do you pay for rent? Then what I want you to do is I want you to go to the multiple listing service and I want you to find properties that they could buy that are in their rental price point. And if it's not in their city, neighboring cities, I want you to prove to them that they can buy. your friends. And then you're going to tell them, let me tell you, I need to practice. I need you to call a lender. I'm going to give you the lender. We're going to go through the process and we're going to pray your credit's great. Because if it's not great, we're going to put you on a plan. But if it's great, we're going to go look for a house. You're going to go do some research on some down payment resources. I'm giving you, listen, it's final countdown. I'm giving you some pre advice. Cool idea. I thought you'd like that. So, and again, if you have people that are in your sphere of influence, what you can do is you can send them a text message because maybe you don't have the money to mail to tell them the difference in the market from 2013 and today. Send them a text. Hey, Tina, did you know? Text message. Seller leads. Expireds from years ago, if you have access. Expireds. I'm not a fan of expireds from yesterday or the day before, although I got my postcard, I got my note cards out. So go after expireds. You can go after expireds that expired yesterday. You can go after expireds from the bottom of the market. If you have Realist, you can look for expireds in Remind, but it's not as great as Realist. So you can farm expireds every day and you can go look for properties from the bottom of the market. And I will tell you, for those of you that can't look for properties at the bottom of the market, go look for people that bought at the bottom of the market. So for example, let's say Northern Illinois is around 2012, 2013. Go look for properties at the bottom of the market that sold and then show them the difference in price today. So seller leads, expireds from a year ago, pre-foreclosures, people without a mortgage. Remind had a major update. They're showing you mortgages and stuff. And then 4, rentals to find investors. And then number 5, I said was bottom of the market buyers. Bottom of the market buyers. Okay. Then buyer leads. And I'm going to keep it simple. If you're in the membership, you need to go to the seller boot camp or the buyer boot camp. If you go to the seller boot camp, I pretty much show you how to do all of this. If you go in the buyer leads, renters to buyers. And then I just gave you the strategy for practicing with your friends. If you missed it, I said for buyer leads, go to your MLS and look for people that are renting that need to make a decision to move. Mail to them. Stop investing in your landlord's vacation. Then I want you to work with people you know, and I want you to send them a text and say, hey, Tina, I'm doing some research. How much do you pay for rent? And what city do you live in? Or what's your address? See if you can get the address too and their email. And then say, I want to do some research and I want to update you on my research. Because then what you're going to do is you're going to go find properties that are in their monthly rent payment that they can buy. And then when you do this, also go find some down payment resources, call a lender, team up, and let's go. Yeah, I would use PropStream. If I didn't have Realist or Remind, PropStream you pay for, but I would also look at RPR. If you are a Realtor member, we all get RPR, Realtor's Property Resource. It is NARRPR.com. That doesn't cost you anything extra. And then the next one was social media. Post consistently based on a focused concept for the next 30 days. If you were in my membership, I did a class on 21 Days to Success in September. Go watch that replay under the Power Hour. Number 2, create video every day and watch what's working. Watch. And I have a strategy for that in the membership. That is going to be my November class. My November class on social media marketing. I'm going to do a class for social media. And then number 3, have a call to action. And then number 4, direct mail and email integrated with social media. So integrate your direct mail and email with social media so people will come back to your social media. And then again, you got to add the call to action. So there you go. For those of you over on YouTube and you're watching me on YouTube, thank you for watching, because I'm going to hop off. Subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already done so. And then if you want to join me in class, mredllc.com. For those of you on Instagram, I got a couple of minutes for questions. What are your questions?